How's it going, guys? Noah from Kicking the Bass TV here with another video, and it's Tackle Tuesday number 11, and it is over spinnerbaits. You guys have been wanting me to do it on spinnerbaits, or you guys are calling spinners. I'm guessing spinnerbaits is what you're talking about. I can tell, got a big old box spinnerbaits right here. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't fish spinnerbaits much, but there are times when I think you should be fishing a spinnerbait, or I think I should be fishing a spinnerbait, but I just don't want to. Mostly substitute that out of fish head spin. So let's go ahead and pull out a couple and see what we got going on. Alright guys, pulled a few spinnerbaits out. Right here I got one in white. I got in white blades as well. Some regular little leaf blades. That's a smallmouth bait, all white spinnerbait. I don't fish for smallmouth, but I know that. Here's one that's in gold and one that's in silver. Also regular with leaf blades. It's another white one. It's got one Colorado, one willow leaf. It's also, as you can tell, I put a trailer hook on it. It's got one right there with one big blade. So, when would I fish these? So, mostly if the water's really, really dirty and I know that you're gonna more rely on vibration, the thump in the water and everything, I'm most likely gonna pick a solid Colorado blade. I don't have any laying out right now, but mostly a solid Colorado blade will work very well. Mostly in like a black color or a chrome color Colorado blade, just regular standard silver color like that will work as well. Also in night fishing, Colorado blade is really good. Also like a black spinnerbait with just a regular willow leaf blade, honestly great. But it all depends on what you're fishing. If I'm just fishing a normal one, I would just mostly throw something like this, just a standard old spinnerbait with willow leaf blades. That's just like a bluegill colored pattern. White one right there, that's always good as well. You can't go wrong with that. And so when would I fish a spinnerbait? When, as in weather conditions. So if it's windy, I'll most likely go towards a spinnerbait. I like to throw a spinnerbait in a lot of wind, not more just smooth. If the water is like gloss, if it's just smooth across, I most likely won't even touch a spinnerbait. I like running it on the bottom. That's another big key. I like running a spinnerbait on the bottom. If you got those wind-blown points and stuff, it's really good. Like I said, I don't throw a spinnerbait as much anymore. I mostly fade to the fish head spin. But if you're fishing shallow water, it's most likely better to throw a spinnerbait. So I would throw it next to docks is great, next to grass, next to some blowdowns with this big largemouth and get them have a reaction bite when you run it past that blowdown. But really great on docks. If you guys have never tried that, go up to the docks, throw it along the edge of the docks and work it back to you. You'll get thumped really good. Catch some good fish on that as well. But mostly stay towards the wind. If it's windy, that's just a key for that spinnerbait. If it's windy, also like a jerkbait. Like a jerkbait you throw in the wind most of the time. It's better off in the wind. That's just how spinnerbait is. It's good in the wind. When you have a lot of thump, especially in that dirty water, man, you're looking for that vibration. You're trying to get that fish's attraction. You're trying to antagonize that fish to bite. You're trying to get that fish to focus in on that bait. Because if you're fishing in chocolate milk water, most likely the fish isn't going to see the bait. So it's more relying on its instinct on that thump. So you're wanting that thump, you're wanting the crankbait, you're wanting spinnerbait, you're wanting the thump action. So that's really good, especially about the Colorado blades. So when to use the blades, this one's going to be a little less thump, just a regular blade. It's going to be a little less thump. But if you throw a big Colorado blade, like I said, I don't have one with a solid Colorado, but Colorado is the one like that, looks more like a spoon. If you throw that, it's going to have more thump. It's going to have more vibration for the fish. This is actually something we had custom. I just have them in this box. They're new, fairly new. As you can tell, they're dark colors. This one's black, this one's blue and black, this one's red and black, and they all have a big old Colorado blade on them. That's the one I was talking about, guys. When to use these? At nighttime. That's personally what I like. I like a dark spinnerbait at night. I like a lot of thump at night. So a great combo is that dark colored spinnerbait with that big Colorado blade. It's gonna have a lot of thump in the water. If the water is really dirty, that's great as well. Even a white one with a big Colorado blade is great. But when to use those, like I said, more dirty water, nighttime, etc. Colorado blade. Rather than that, mostly just a regular little leaf blade. Also, if you're wanting to work this, most of the time you're working this fairly slow. You're not really reeling it fast. If you're really fast, it's going to go on the side anyways. It's going to kind of tilt and stuff. So you're not going to want to work it too fast. But if you're wanting to run it a little bit more faster, what you can do for these ones that have 2 blades, you can actually snip this first blade off. You can cut this off. What it's going to allow you to do is run this bait a little more faster. It's not going to have as much resistance pushing against the water because that first blade is going to be gone. So you're going to be able to reel it faster, and it's still going to keep its action. It's not going to have as much thump, but you are going to be able to run it much faster. And if that's the way you want to approach those fish, if they're more aggressive, and then that's the way to go. You know, you want to run it a little bit faster. You want to antagonize those fish to bite the bait. Cut that front one off. It's not going to have as much thump, like I said, but you are going to get to reel it much faster. But all depending, like if you're in dirty water, man, you're going to want the thump more than the fast. So just depending on the situation. It's all depending on the situation. Don't overthink that. So that's spinnerbaits right there. So the rod and reel setup I would use a spinnerbait on is just the rod I'm using is a Legend Extreme by Synchro Rods. As you guys know, I love this rod. And it is a medium heavy power rod, and I do have a fast action tip on it. You're not really wanting to go too light on the spinnerbait. You can run a medium rod. I like something with a little bit of backbone. Like if you're on a medium heavy with a fast action tip, you're gonna have the tip that you want, and you're gonna have the backbone you want. So it's not gonna be a little tiny twinkle fairy wand. It's not gonna bend really crazy like a medium power fast action rod. It's gonna have a little bit of backbone, still gonna have that tip that you need. And you're not gonna wanna go too heavy like a heavy power rod, because then you're kind of got like a meat stick in your hand. You still want the accurate cast and everything, especially if you're fishing this up shallow. Because most of the time you're fishing spinnerbaits, it's going to be up shallow, in shallow water, by those docks, by those grass, by those trees, etc. And the reel I'm using is a Reba MGX 7:1 gear ratio reel. I have plenty of these. Just a standard 7:1 gear ratio reel works very well. And the pound line I have is 15-pound fluorocarbon. No mono. You don't want that crazy stretch. You don't want that floating line. And I want to run it on braid because I like see-through line. You know, fluorocarbon is great with your spinnerbait. Also, another modification to the spinnerbait, as I have on this one, is as you can see, the hook right there, the little tiny hook. That is called a trailer hook, if you guys do not know. That one's actually called a stinger hook, to be specific about it. And why would I have that on? So say I'm running out deep, I'm not running it by too much structure, because if I'm running it by a lot of structure and that hook's just free swinging and everything, you're most likely going to get hung up too much. So if you're running it more in open water, if you're running it by those docks and you're for sure there's not too much brush around it and stuff, then that'd be fine to run. But if you're throwing it up in the grass, you can have that on. It's just going to get a lot more grass on it and stuff. And if you throw it next to those laydowns, most likely you're going to be going over those trees, grazing over those laydowns. So you're not going to want the trailer hook specific for that. But the reason, I mean, most of the time you'll catch, sometimes those fish are just really finicky. And most of the time you'll just catch them on that trailer hook. It just depends. You can also put hooks on the spinners if you wanted to, but that's just gonna, like I said, increase your hookup ratio on trees and stuff like that, which you don't really want. But trailer hook's really good, especially if you're fishing a tournament. If you're going to be pretty much guaranteed to fish if he bites it, you know. Especially if you have one of those blades, they're going to get hooked up. But if you're by a lot of cover, just don't. I would ignore that. Don't even worry about it. So that's everything, guys. I hope you got some good tips out of this video. If you have any more questions about spinnerbaits, leave your comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you. It may take a while, but I will get back to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed Tackle Tuesday number 11. We're getting them double digits. And be sure to check out all the latest videos that are going to be uploading. Remember, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, and sometimes some videos in between. So be sure to check out the channel on those days for the new videos. And if you guys don't know, by the time you guys are watching this, I'm going to be fishing World Finals. You guys are watching this Tuesday. The next day is the first day of World Finals, which is tomorrow. So if you guys are watching this right now, tomorrow I start World Finals on Lake Pickwick. So get ready for all those funny vlogs and everything, guys. I know you guys are going to love it. And then after World Finals on Pickwick, I have Nationals on Kentucky Lake. That's going to be another week-long. They're both a week-long tournament. like for pre-fishing days and everything. So I'm gonna get tons of footage out to you guys. So I know you guys are gonna enjoy that. So stay tuned for all those videos, guys. Hope you guys got some good tips. Remember to leave a like and a comment below. See you guys next time.